Alright, guys, welcome to the EU Dissidia League. We are once again back at it. I am joined by Mr. Cody.
Hello, everyone.
And we have quite a few exciting matches on this week. We are down 2 matches, however, because one team has already played on the second stream, so they've only got one per session, but we have 2 for each session. And we are starting off with the Z Fighters versus NGI. So
This is going to be good.
Yeah, I think it'll be quite exciting for this one.
Yeah.
We are missing the Z Fighters have not joined the teams yet.
Let's have a look here.
So we've got, for the 7 p.m. session, we have Z Fighters versus NGI. And we also have Celestial Spheres versus Royal Knights for the 7:30 session.
Mm-hmm.
And for the 8 p.m. session, we have Royal Knights versus our favourite team to pronounce, Kerku Luminot. And then for 8:30 session, we have NGI rounding up with Celestial Spheres. So it is going to be all to play for this week. It'll be exciting to see who will be able to make the most out of each match. And we'll go straight into it. Actually, we are just waiting for the Z Fighters team.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping we kind of see the same kind of results we got last week, where the 1 second KO, less than 1 second KO. I'm hoping to see some more kind of events like that, some more kind of blow ups, some really unexpected turns in matches. And again, there's a great group of people playing, so I'm expecting some high level stuff here.
Yeah, no, same here. And the thing is that I know NGI are running with a slightly different team than before. Mostly because quite a few of them are away.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter. You go what is given to you. So
yeah,
not really much you can do, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, they've got quite a few people to bounce around with. You've got like 5 people on their team, so they've got their kind of reserves and stuff. So with one less, that's one less person to kind of substitute if they feel like a plan isn't working. So it will be interesting to see what their kind of approach is without their substitutes essentially at this point.
Yeah, so they're readying up now, so I think we'll be going on to our first game actually.
Yeah, let's get straight into it. Let's have some good matches.
So the NGI guys managed to win their first game before. They won their first round, not as in actual whole match, but they won the first round playing with the Fury, with Fury playing Terra, but they've gone back to the Angel Dark Song and Saber Shell, and I know they've been practicing a lot more on their coordination, so we'll see if their practices has picked up from there.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of formations they've managed to make out of this as well. So yeah, I'm sure they've leveled up and they've really been practicing since, because they did kind of work their asses off last time, and now we'll see what kind of new kind of approaches, what kind of methods they've thought up with since. Maybe they might pull something out of the bag we've never even seen of. I'm always excited for these kind of things, especially with such a new game. There's so much more to expect and for the players to delve deep into.
Oh, and also we've had a new character has been introduced as well since our last round too.
Yeah, Vayne.
So I wonder if anyone's going to incorporate Vayne this weekend.
Yeah, it's quite risky. I mean, you look at other types of competitive games, especially fighting games. A lot of people will pick up a new character and use him in the tournaments. They feel confident with them. So if we do see a Vayne tonight, I'll be really surprised. But I also want to see what this person's going to do with a Vayne, if we do see one that is. But it looks like at the moment everyone's going to play it safe, got to stick to what they know, try the true tested works, and we'll see. We'll get straight into it with the traditional characters.
I think it's going to be pretty exciting, and it's going to be a very simple stage too.
Fight who I want.
No messing about here.
Yeah, nice spherical object stage. We're going to get straight into it. So already got a stable coming out there with the Stola and the traps that come back to the blue team already. And it looks like the red team don't seem to care that much. They're going to go straight in.
Yeah, they're not. I don't really think they're going to be messing about in this one. They're very open field, lots of opportunities to get round.
Yeah.
Options everywhere. We've got a Shantoto in the play actually, which they've which is very interesting to see because you don't see many Shantoto players.
Yeah, no, you don't. It's good to see that someone's actually decided, Icenar in this case, has decided to rock up with Shantoto, but I mean, if we're going to look at Marksman's here, you can see Saberwolf is kind of really putting the effort into his team, so
yeah.
now Shantoto's doing that too, so...
I didn't see what HP that Shantoto is running actually. Is she running Salvation Scythe or Divine Malison? Oh, Nero just got hit.
Yeah.
Oh, Nero just took a hit, but Raphael's got to be careful because he's in killing range, but so is Nero to a lot of everything. And Shantoto is not in play rough mode yet either. She's still completely healthy. Yep, she's running Salvation.
Yeah, Salvation Scythe, that's going to be pretty massive, so pretty much everyone on the team has to watch out for that, because that could potentially be a double KO if someone isn't looking, and already Raphael needs to be a little bit careful there.
Yeah, and Nero's gone down, and so is Saber. He tried to intercept with a holy and it didn't quite work out, unfortunately.
Yeah, blue team took a double KO, but that said, if we look at what the red team running now, they do have also got two characters on low health. So,
we have a Battlement in play.
Yeah,
this is highly entertaining. I'm interested to see the strategy behind this one.
Bring out a Mega Flare, split the team apart.
Yeah, and Mega Flare's got such very good field control, and Shantoto is now in play rough mode as well. That means that she's now able, all of her casts can multi-hit attacks, and she's now able to cast while moving.
Yeah, that's going to be quite nice for them as well. And to be honest, since the red team are already ahead, they can actually afford to have this additional buff because it means that their red team is stronger. I mean, fair enough, they don't quite have the health. They have to be a little bit careful, I'd say, but I like Shantoto just pulled it out of nowhere. So.
And Z-Fight take the first game. That game was incredibly close, actually.
That we lacked.
Yeah, I think the blue team just needed to push that a little bit more. They were close, but I think that because their defenses were a little bit low, they did end up getting 2 shots quite quickly, which then led to the red team then getting off a free Bahamut, and then being able to have Shantoto buffed herself, and then third stock was kind of taken at that point. I think the red team kept the defenses high when they had low health.
Yeah,
quite nice play there.
And the thing is that what is about Salvation Scythe is that when Salvation Scythe is used, the enemy is actually debuffed when they get hit by Salvation Scythe. So they take extra damage from Shantoto, unlike Divine Malison where you take more damage from the party. So very, very interesting thing about that. Also, Angel was playing, I think he was playing, I can never remember his name. The one that can change jobs.
Bartz.
Bartz, yeah.
Good old Bartz.
Is it Bartz? No, not Bartz. Yeah. The other one. I need my translation sheet. It'll come to me. But I know that he's playing him over Garland at the moment. Because he's been more comfortable with him lately, because he finds that Garland's a bit too linear for his playstyle. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it gives him a bit more of a bit better maneuverability. I mean, Garland hits hard, but he does have that slow maneuverability in the game, so maybe that's kind of what he was looking for, just to get just be a bit more able to escape if needs to.
Yeah, and the thing is that having that sort of mobility is very, very important. And we'll see if he able to keep pushing with it. Good thing is the sides have not swapped. That's good. We've got a shift from they've shifted on the Z Fighters side. We now have a Sephiroth and a Lightning.
Yeah, this would be quite nice to see.
So they've swapped over from that. This will be interesting because I'm assuming that they're going to go for more field control rather than just for more direct impact damage.
Yeah, well, I mean, now they've got the assassin out, maybe they just want to have that person, maybe again give them a little bit more of just give them the mobility that they're looking for, really. I mean, that said, they were doing really well last time, they did just get like 3 stocks, so they're interested in why they want to change characters. Maybe there's something else they're seeing in these 2 characters that the other characters didn't provide outside of a win.
Yeah, I think, Shantoto's now has taken a pretty large hit, and she's now in play rough mode, which means that everyone has to genuinely be careful of what she can do. Ooh, nice hit there from Saber. He shifted HP effects now. He's moved away from Holy.
Yeah, I think he wants to go with something that's got a bit more of a support role rather than wait for the opponent to come in. You're never going to get pay off. You're not really a threat unless you run into Holy. So
Yeah,
having that kind of attack, of course, makes you a threat.
and the thing is, I think he's just worried about the getting close with getting in close with Holy, because the thing is, it does put you in danger. If you do miss with it, you will struggle a bit.
It is crazy to bait out as well. Ooh, Scintilla goes off. Okay, Raphael goes in for a nice bait there, throws that Scintilla.
Oh, Tracer kills.
Yeah.
I just saw Ice Snow get just perform a Salvation Sight against the wall. I think he just sort of like just threw out a dud there by accident.
Yeah, I think he's going to punch up his teammate. It does actually help his teammate. It was nice to see a level of support going there from Ice Snow as well. He saw that Sephiroth, Raphael, sorry, did actually manage to put Nero to the wall and he helped his teammate out. But
What a save there! That
amazing.
that crushing blow could have changed the match completely, but they managed to shut that down. Good stuff by the NGI team there, but they're 2 shots ahead, but they've just got to keep it together. But Z Fighters are really close at the moment because they've got a lot. Wow! I did not see that. Nice.
Yeah, that was unprecedented.
Good stuff. Saberwolf getting the last kill there. 1-1.
Our bonds are what won us this battle.
Good stuff. Bit frantic that match. It was almost the complete opposite.
Yeah, if anything, I think that what we've seen there is that what the red team were doing to begin with works. I'm not too sure why they changed. You know, it's like if it works, why fix it, kind of thing. Because now they've changed characters and then they've lost that second round, so maybe they'll resort back.
Yeah, I'm a bit interested in what they were trying to do there. And the thing is, I also think the stage didn't quite suit their characters really well. Because they went,
yeah, definitely.
Because they were going for, they had a lot of field control, but it was a lot of open field, and it's where characters. Wait, hold on. Why do you? What? 1 second.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not just saying. I think that basically, if they did have the level of the field control they had with the previous stage, which was a flat surface, it benefits and also doesn't benefit every character as well. It's just
why is this person here?
I've got no idea at the moment. I've already put that in Discord.
Jeez. All it takes is one person.
I think we're back in now, dude.
Yeah. Are you in spectator mode?
Yeah, I'm a spectator.
Good. I had to exit spectator mode to kick him actually.
Alright, cool, I'm in spectator mode.
Right, we're good. So yeah, all square. All square and all fair at the moment.
Yeah. So, I mean, something interesting you did say last round was that I'm thinking, if the red team had a plan and it works, and I understand the stage may be a factor in this, why would you not stay with the team in that thing? And I mean, that's the kind of thing I'm trying to look to understand myself. I mean, I think that what they should have done is maybe stayed as the characters they were, seen if that map's worked, then change characters. But it seems like now they've kind of just given the blue team a free match, and they haven't really learned much from it, because now they're going to have to, kind of keep up with what they're doing at the moment.
Yeah, I'm a bit. I thought that they could have probably decided to do that at a bit of a better time, to be honest with you. But they might just stick with it, possibly. They might have seen something, or they might have used that game just to download some information. So we don't know yet. It reminds me of recently of a match, of a Street Fighter match that I watched. It was at the Game Over in the Dominican Republic. And Kaba got a quick 2 games against Chris T. Very quick 2 games, and it kind of looked like that he was just going to, he was just like trying to drop the game to get some information, and then he won 3-2 almost immediately, and that thought process just came into my head. So
that's quite interesting as well. Like, I just realised we've got
not allow them to
as well,
gain
but
the upper hand.
something interesting is that it is from Ruiz, and as far as I know, he's not actually on their team for the Z Fighters. He's not actually a member of their team, yeah.
What is? Are we having people messing around here?
Yeah. People you can see Ruiz, part of the Z Fighters, he's actually not. So I'm not entirely too sure where this is coming from, but this match will be voided because of that.
Yeah, because we don't actually have.
Yeah, so just as an update, when this match
But the
is
thing-
actually voided.
Yeah, because the thing is that do the Z Fighters even know that he's playing on the team? That's the real question.
Yeah, I'll have to check with them afterwards as well, because again, this
Because it could be one of those things where someone could have sabotaged it. So we need to speak to the Z Fighters.
Yeah, we'll get that post match. We'll get that sorted out. But even still, regardless, this match does go through.
Yeah, the thing is that people, why? I think this is something that Square Enix do have to fix. So Square Enix is watching. If they are watching, please fix it so that people cannot enter the room without passwords. Thank you very much. Even if they're in your friends list, because this is the second time this has happened.
Yeah, I mean, we don't mind just people spectate, but we'd rather just have as many minimal people as possible actually in the lobby, and even then when stuff like this happens. So really, just shutting the whole thing off would be quite nice. If Square could kind of implement that feature, and have it, work as intended.
Bet you wish your team
Give
was
me a
that good.
second. I'm gonna go dig through the EU chat.
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, that match is voided to anyone watching.
Right, okay. Because the thing is, I have a list of players up on the screen right now, and I've made sure that I've not missed anybody out. So that person is not on their team. So,
Yeah.
and there are a lot of people that are turning up and basically just ruining this for the rest of them.
Yeah, I was talking to Azazel in chat now. I was just checking with him, like, wait, this person doesn't look like he's actually in Z Fighters chat, and he said, yeah, they're not. He just checked it himself.
Yeah, the thing is, I've got
He's also just left the game.
oh no, I kicked him.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what I was kind of trying to tell you mid commentary. Like, that guy should be here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yeah. I wanted to hear your Street Fighter story. That's the thing.
Oh.
I was actually genuinely interested, but obviously this has kind of come up, so I had to kind of just jump in there.
So basically, yeah, Chris T dropped two very quick games. Two very, very quick games against Kaba, and then Kaba immediately and it looked like that he was going to give up the first two games just to get some information, and then all of a sudden they just lost. Kaba just got completely steamrolled by Chris T, and Chris T brought it back 3-2.
Oh man, I've not actually seen that. I'll definitely have to check that out, because I don't know, it's just quite odd. I've not actually seen that, but I've not even heard about it as well. So I'll make a note of that and check out later on. Sounds pretty good. You said it was what country was it?
This was in. Wait, who is this person? Why do they keep readying up?
Okay, so before, let's not have them ready up just yet. Yeah, so if you want to boot him, we'll get the other guys to quickly jump in if they can do. Right, there we go. Ice Snow's in. That was the Shantai O. So that's theirs.
Raphael is
Let's take a look.
I don't.
So yeah, we're looking at.
I think my game audio needs to be up a bit. It needs to go down a bit.
Just checking the character players.
There we go. Right. Thank you, Zap in the chat. I do have my audio set to stream only, so I can't always necessarily hear it. So thanks for pointing that out. Sometimes I do have to rely on the stream chat just to make sure things are okay on their side. So
Yeah.
So no more fraud streaming. Right, I do want to speak to the captain of Z-Fighters to find out who that person is.
Yeah, let's get that sorted out.
It'll be really, really unfortunate if they've been sabotaged by it, and if there's someone that's messed around with it on purpose, then I will be looking to throw out some bans.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm not happy with that at all.
Yeah.
Too bad you crossed our path.
Alright.
Focus! Focus!
And we're back in. Right, we are now on game 4. Due to that voided match.
Yeah.
We are now seeing. Oh, we have Raphael's changed the squall, which is interesting. Oh,
yeah,
we've got character swaps everywhere. Interesting. We have Nero swapped characters. Angel Darksong switched to Tidus, and we have Ivan as well. NJ's completely switched it up on both sides.
Yeah, it's getting confusing to keep track of who as well. 'Cause it's changed. Maybe it's just something they see in those characters. I mean, I do like.
Oh no! Actually, Saber's playing Warrior of Light. Excuse me. Interesting.
Yeah, it's around there.
This is a complete swap of roles. I'm not really too sure what they were going for here. Doesn't matter anyway, because they're losing out here heavily. I think this choice is not the best of ideas.
Yeah, I mean, you can already see like Shantota was like already quite low for them on health, and the Goatee managed to kind of suss them out. I guess this is the thing we saw last
nice
round.
punish on the, a nice punish on the Salvation Siphon, but it doesn't matter.
I love that. I love that dash behind the Salvation Siphon, just go for a swing. You know, swing for a home one with Warrior of Light.
It is one of the fastest HP attacks in the game.
Yeah, and it's got an amazing curve range as well. Like very conal, very large. And it's just really nice.
In the arcades, that actually used to have a random damage value.
Really? Hey, well, you know, I did not know that.
Very, very, very early. But this was during the game. This was during when the game was instead of 3 stocks for a win, it was 6 stocks a win. So.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah. It's going to be getting changed too as well, isn't it? An update, the Warrior of Light update. It's going to be getting a new conal change, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be. So it'll be interesting. I wonder if what they will do is that they will extend the conal range from to make it slightly wider, both on a vertical axis, so it can hit things both below it and above it a lot easier.
Yeah, I mean it's the kind of how do you it's like a nerf buff update. How do you balance it without making too much of a problem for people to get around as well? So yeah, you know, when as it's known as the Warrior of Light update comes out, we'll see. And I think Warrior of Light's going to be one to watch in the next coming weeks.
To be fair, he's still considered one of the strongest characters in the game. So it's he's him getting a buff is not. I wouldn't think it would heavily change the meta, but it would shore up his matches that he has troubles with.
Yeah, most definitely as well.
So having moves that can hit slightly above him or slightly lower than him a lot easier will definitely make it so that he's a lot harder of a character to actually come across against. And the thing is that Fluorescent Saber was the go-to move of Warrior of Light from before, and only when they changed a lot of the values and basically made it how it is now, that's the only time where it started losing its how popular it was. But Warrior of Light on the first year of the Dissidia Nationals, in the arcade Dissidia Nationals, of the top 8 teams, Warrior of Light featured on 7 of them. So
yeah, it says a lot about the character. I think maybe what this update is trying to do is kind of bring back the spirit of Warrior Light from the arcade to the console. Be like, this is what people had maybe you guys want to give it a try, see how it goes.
The thing is that was very interesting, because if you look back at teams, Lightning featured on 4 of the top 8 teams as well. Just an example of just how much the meta shifted. If before now you would look at probably Tidus would probably be a slightly more popular pick this day and age.
Yeah, no, definitely with you on that. I mean, as much as I love Rep and Lightning, definitely say Tidus. He just has. I think he kind of fits the assassin role perfectly, as it were. And then if we look at how the game has changed since Royal Light has come out, it's now more or less about Cloud and Sephiroth as the Vanguard, rather than more of like he kind of sits behind in the kind of same tier that Lightning would sit. Whereas now it's Cloud and Sephiroth who are pushing the Vanguard tier upwards. Maybe they're trying to bring Royal Light up to their levels as well to make him. I mean, the thing is, they're all viable. It's just whether or not he can kind of push that same level that Sephiroth do.
It's just a case of, can the character work independently, or do they have to have a team built around them? That's the real question, and that's what's meta defining in Dissidia, is that how much requirement does your character need? Like before, when Chantota was bottom tier, she needed a team to function properly.
Yeah.
So, but now she's a lot better. They've shown up a lot of her weaknesses.
That was a free hit. So. Cloud of Darkness, she was a little bit out in the open. She is using Wide Area Particle Beam, but it seems like Cloud Strife, the actual character and player at the time, he actually did just constantly go at Cloudless Darkness and just finish her off. So
I'm assuming that he's running Omnislash, and a thing to remember about Omnislash is that Omnislash does double damage while he's in Limit Break.
But he only confirms the damage once he gets the final hit, so you do have a chance to save a character mid Omnislash.
Well, actually, if you're in Limit Break, Omnislash cannot be interrupted.
Oh, okay.
It is completely invincible if the first hit connects.
Oh, okay.
So it's a very, very interesting way of it's a very interesting mechanic that they've given the move.
Yeah, something you need to be really careful of as well. I know it looks like the red team kind of just steamrolled through the blue team there as well. I think just there was one character I was looking at in particular, and it was Cloud of Darkness. I think they lost the stock quite early on. I think they were kind of separated. I didn't really see much formation from the blue team as well. They seem to be off kind of doing their own thing, whereas
I'm not really too sure what NGL were trying to do. They've seemed to swap their the
like characters and strategies and
basically
formations.
every round. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Anyway, never mind. Z Fighters takes the series 3-2. We are going to sort out.
So we're going to start the brackets for everyone coming up soon as well. So yeah, it was that's pretty interesting. I'm going to see what kind of results we're going to see next on the next following team as well. So whether or not they're going to adapt to what they've seen the other team do and say, okay, this is how this team performs, so let's try and counteract that with our own kind of strategy.
Right, okay, so what's happened is that someone's been added mid, someone has been added to the team, but the admin ahead of that has not been notified, but no one should have really been added after the cut-off date anyway.
After the cut-off time, for today.
So I am confused, and I need to speak to a lot of people. People need to. I will discuss this when we're done. Right. Now we'll be moving on to our next set of matches. And I think we will be having, let us look at the next match. We'll be having Celestial Sphere versus Royal Knights.
Yeah.
Let's just load up the team sheet
Ooh. Celestial Sphere. So we're going to be seeing what Siren, Cherub, Mugshot are for this.
Yep.
And then, so that's for Celestial Sphere. Those are the 3 teams that we've got. And already they're getting straight into it as well. So, and then we've got, let's see who else the other team is.
So Royal Knights is
Azazel, Chrissy, and Devilmish.
Raphael is, there we go.
Yeah.
So
looks like we've got Nero jumping in for this one as well. He's kind of like their it's like that whole formation of the team they switch around with each other. So it looks like Nero's going to be jumping in for this one. So I'm interested what he plays.
It'll be interesting to see what is happening.
Yeah, it's the first one we've seen of these guys all night as well. So we haven't actually seen Celestial play all night. So we'll see what they kind of bring out. We'll see what they've learned anything from the couple of matches that have just been shown on stream. And whether or not they're going to say, well, this is how this one team plays, let's adapt, let's change our skills, let's change our mindset, let's approach them this way. But so far, both teams that we've seen on stream haven't really been like in a set mindset. They've been changing different characters.
I think it's the sunny weather in the UK, you know. I think it's completely destroyed any sense of sensibility.
I'm sure they're all probably sitting there thinking, this is a 3v3 game. I'm just playing Rocket League.
Like, yeah, I can see. It's like I can see that ball coming. It's like, no, that's a great attractor, fam. Don't run into that.
Yeah. That's just meltdown. I'll header it. Oh wait, I'm dead. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Well, like I said, we've got Celestial Sphere Stick coming in now. We're gonna see the first one for the stream for tonight. See what kind of what they're gonna pull out of the bag, and how they're gonna adapt to Royal Knight as well. So again, this is also Royal Knight's first match tonight. So just to recap on the teams as well, we've got Royal Knight and we've got Azazel playing, and Devil Mission, I think close to the third one. And then on Celestial Sphere we've got Nero, LXD and Mug for this one in. Celestial Sphere, both Celestial and Royal Knights are two teams that I've just seen like the most. They seem to slug out against each other like non-stop. They will they've both impressed me the most, I'd say, in terms of someone who's been spectating and commentating for a while now. They've both given me so much to watch and so much to take in because they have such good formation. I mean, I don't know if you've ever watched like a Nero stream, for example, but him and his team have such good communication. But so did Azazel as well. We're in a scrim with them on a daily basis at night. So I'm interested to see how much communication they're going to bring to this kind of game here as well, because they're all playing their mains. You can see Azazel, Devil, and Akris is playing his main. They're all their mains, the same as Celestial as well. So they really want to get in. They want to show everyone what they're made of and what they're going to pull out the bag for this one. It's going to be pretty interesting.
We're on Alexandria as well, so it's going to be a tight stage.
Yeah, not much to retreat, so they really need to keep track of their marksman. This is going to be big for Y'shtola and Ace as well. So just keep an eye on your marksman. I'd really say for this one. It's a good stage for marksmen for place projectiles, but not much room for them to retreat. So really just keep an eye on that.
And LXD is probably the premier ace in the EU at the moment. So it'll be interesting just to see how he just controls the field, because it's a very small field. So there's not much space for him to control, but there is a lot of opportunity for him to get swamped. But he seems to have basically nobody on him.
He's got a guy. We're having a marksman fight over here, so I want to just keep it to themselves. But again, it's a really tight stage. Both marksmen need to be a little bit careful, and they do have some heavy hitters. You've got Jex and Sephiroth and Kano as well. So.
Monolith Beam goes out and connects. Gotta be wary of that move. Monolith Beam, one of the best HP attacks in the game. Again!
He gets a second KO. He did realise that Azazel was coming up behind him, so he threw out Monolith Beam, and Azazel didn't want to go for an attack because he's stuck in the fucking animation. He does get hit by it.
Yeah, Monolith Beam, the thing about Monolith Beam is that once you throw that out, you can actually walk behind it. There we go.
Oh, that was very strong.
That was, as they say in some animes, justice was swift.
Oh wow.
I'm surprised LXD got third place there, because he really controlled that match. Actually, he was actually been the one that actually picked up a lot of the kills there.
Yeah, I think it's the kind of thing though where, like, despite the fact that I've had this happen multiple times myself, where despite getting the kills of the game, you still come like fourth or something.
And
like
the thing is, he had really good field control. So either way, it is what it is. So
yeah, I think one of the key things to take apart there is I do think that I like the way both teams. I like the way Celestial Sphere was playing, but I think that Royal Knights, they were kind of divided. I didn't really see them. I saw throughout the most of the game the Celestial Sphere, they were together. You could check on the minimap, they were always together in a formation. They had they were never that far away from Ace, but for some reason Royal Knights, they left Y'shtola on her own, and even though it was a marksman versus marksman, she's still on her own, and it's not really an option you can have, again, as we've mentioned on Alexandra, because marksmen have nowhere to run on that stage. So I think, if anything, Royal Knights, they got free stocks, but they can do it if they just keep up with like their previous strategies. Maybe a different stage would help them.
Yeah, the
maybe
thing
they
is
can
is
at that
that I
stage.
think they got lost track of how effective Monolith Beam is. And
Yeah,
the thing is
definitely.
that Monolith Beam appears under you rather than like travels towards you.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest advice I always give to a lot of marksmen, people that are playing against marksmen or they want to learn how to play against marksmen, is that what they need to do is that they need to make sure that if you're fighting against a marksman, you always have to be on the same axis as them, because if they've got a move which appears on the spot, aka meteor or monolith beam, you can't see when it's coming towards you unless you're looking at them, because the only tell is the cast name on top of their head.
Yeah.
So you always have to keep the marksman in sight, and it's the same thing with Shantoto's Divine Malison as well.
Yeah.
All of that always appears on top of your head rather than traveling towards you. Oh wow, easy crystal grab from
That was nice. Yeah, nice combination between Y'shtola, Akris, and Devilish just to kind of finish off the crystal there.
They lost 1,000 health, but I think that was worth it actually.
Yeah, they've got the summon advantage. I think maybe they want to go for this time.
Oh, what a save from the crosser! Oh, double kill!
Double stop! Oh my days! Wow, I can definitely tell Nero's feeling himself now, because I think what happened there was that he's trying to help his teammate out, but then he ended up jumping into Omni Slash, and unfortunately that did cause the
He's not running Omni Slash, he's running Cross Slash actually.
Cross Slash, sorry, yeah, my apologies on that one. I got confused.
I know, because I thought he was running Omni Slash as well, and then I saw the kanji come up, and I was like, wait, hold on a minute, that's not quite correct. Or,
No, that's Akuma level stuff. Oh, gotta be careful with Ace though. He does have 3.5 bravery, which is a kill on every single one of the
and
blue team.
Azazel's on his own as well.
He's just behind Cloud, so he does have a little bit of defense. Akris is out on his own as well. He does need to be a little bit careful. Like I said, this is what I was saying before. If you just look at the mini-map, the blue team kind of split up and the red team were in a formation.
Yeah, and the thing is, LSD, he's gone to Fire RF now, so he's gone for a more direct approach, which is interesting because he's changed because of the stage.
Yeah.
Nero's been hit by Fluid Aura, so he's out of the action for momentarily, but he's back from his bind status, and now he's back again being Vanguard for Celestial Sphere.
Yeah, he wants to get that.
And
oh,
he-
they did. I was about to say, yeah, nice. Get the KO.
Interesting. What Royal Knights have done is that they sort of converge, but they need to watch behind them because Nero's literally spawned right behind them.
As you said it, Azazel was team out, because that could have been bad for Accurus, where he did have Cloud above him, but as you said, they did have each other's back. Nicely, Devilish kind of picking up on that there. Just making sure his teammate didn't get hit from
I
behind,
think this
but-
is the first time I've seen Royal Knights actually hold the formation at the moment, and it's really
Yeah,
fun to
yeah.
work because they've just zoned them out now.
Yeah, now it's up for the red team to get back in, but then again, the red team against the wall, so it's just trying to keep at your defences and also push out for the attack if you need to, because you can see here how the red team has pushed the blue team against the wall. Just need to be a little bit careful with that, but I think they're doing a good job at the moment.
Ooh, LXD's got interrupted out of his Fire RF actually. That was a nice call because that could have been nasty.
Yeah, that could have been massive. Take a little bit of bravery off him and also bring him back down. But he is now running a 3k bravery. He is looking to get a KO on Azazel. He is.
It's kind of just hiding in the corner. It's just
Yeah.
like, I don't want any of this.
I'll come back after the update, man. Don't worry about it.
They've gone for a summon and their third person got interrupted, but no one's watching LXD, so he gets a free summon off.
You can't catch LXD. He's far too out in the field. So honestly, I think at that kind of let it rock. Maybe do a little bit of free damage on one of the opponents against Celestial.
Funnily enough, if he actually had Monolith Beam, he could have threw that out and went back to casting the summon actually, just for some crowd control.
Yeah, that could have been an option too as well.
RF fire hits, yep, and connects. Gotta be careful of that move. That move is very, very fast.
Yeah,
And hits.
and it has a slight tracking as well. So
Yeah, it's it reminds me of Sakura's Fireball from CVS2 actually.
oh yeah, it does actually. Yeah. I get that.
It's
I think that
hideously on block comes out really fast.
yeah. Oh, you mentioned CVS2. All I can hear now was that London theme, man. This is true love. Such a good song.
Sure into super.
Oh yeah. Well, she had that in Alpha 2 as well, didn't she? So
Yeah, she has that all day, every day. To be fair.
yeah.
CVS2, the best of the worst game, really. But
Ooh. Yeah, that was quite an interesting match. I think that I think it was maybe the change of stage just gave Royal Knights just a little bit of breathing room. They did manage to get a stock off. They did manage to get a fair amount of bravery, and I think they had a decent game plan. But I think they need to push. I think what they need to do is they actually need to essentially download. Download Celestial Sphere and say this is how they play. And maybe we should keep up the kind of formation that we had in the previous game on the Cornelia, and maybe use that against them, because they can do it. They've got enough stock. They've got really high bravery. They almost got another second stock, but it's just not making it so that the Royal Knights can Celestial Sphere can get off what they want to get off, really.
No, that is true. And this was an interesting stage, actually.
Quite another large open stage.
Yeah, I think the terrain though makes it very, very hard. Will definitely work in the marksman's favor here.
Yeah, nothing to really stop your projectiles from going anywhere.
And it also allows places for LXD to hide as well.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hang it on Nero, because I'm very interested to see how his Cloud takes on this matchup. He takes a sort of defensive option here, using finishing touch just to keep people out of the way. It's a very, very good projectile. From mid range, you could actually combo off it, actually. Or for a full charge one.
It gives a full launch as well. It's a big launcher. It also masks what Cloud is doing after, because it recovers while it's on its way down there. So you can follow behind it, and they can't really quite see what you're doing, because the tornado is kind of in your face.
The only issue is that move doesn't generate any more poise when charged. So it's very susceptible to being anti-projectile. Ooh!
Cross slash. Oh, what a save!
Ooh, I think that was the best possible situation. That could have been a very, very bad one. Like they came out of that one without a lost character, trying from Gasp whiffs. But I don't think he's bothered about that, because the team just ended up running away. So out of that,
it's a smart move.
Out of this skirmish, no one died, which is really wow. That was a really quick summon.
Synergy summon. All three of them were like quickly. It's just ran away, commit to a summon. Now we can push forward, and now the red team have to respect.
I'm just surprised that they managed to get enough gauge to get a summon that quickly, which is interesting actually. I wonder if it could, due to the amount of damage they took, we generated a lot more of the summoning bar.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at this already, I mean, the blue team have taken a fair amount of health already. They haven't lost any stocks, but look at the red team, they've not taken any damage, and the blue team have already resorted to using their summons, so they now have to go for the rest of this game without a summon, while still trying to maintain the neutral game, which is going to be really tough.
I think the thing is that they should make the use of Shiva's buff and basically start going for quick HP attacks. Basically, burn through their HP attacks as fast as possible, so they can regenerate and just whittle down the team bit by bit.
Yeah, definitely, most likely. I mean, that's kind of the only approach they really need to go for now, because they now know that the red team, if they keep hitting them, they're going to get the summon off. So they need to be a little bit careful, especially since. Ooh, that is a wall splat. Is he going to get cross slash? It does actually track, and that is a dead.
That is a dead character. Azazel just couldn't get there fast enough. That's really unfortunate.
Azazel could potentially get KO'd here, so he needs to be a little bit careful. He does have Mug Shot running as well. And
they've chased him away.
Yeah.
Azazel's left his teammate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I like that Azazel did. Devilmish did try and help out Azazel there, but he then ended up leaving on his own. Unfortunately, Nero did go for the wall splat punish, and they're now looking to KO Azazel as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Ooh. That RF is like hideously quick.
Yeah.
On stages like this, it is a lot better to use it because it's high impact. Yeah. Things that at mid range, you think to yourself, "Oh, that can't hit me from there," and then you just like, "Oh my god, what is going on?
Yeah.
Why did this happen?"
And then, like, the longer it charges up, the more of a threat it becomes as well. So if you let him charge it up, which on a big stage, that's most likely going to happen. You know he's going to come after you, and you kind of have to just give it the respect that it deserves, really.
The thing is that if you cannot anticipate that move coming, you will just get sent absolutely flying. And the biggest issue about that move is that you can't really interrupt it. Like, if you're at mid-range, you just have to deal with it. And dealing with that at mid-range is probably one of the worst things that you can do. Like, at the point where it's being cast and it's coming at you, the only way you will not get hit is that if you have absolute defense. That is the only way you could avoid it.
Absolute defense being that you can just defend for a HP attack.
Yeah.
For a limited amount of time. Yeah.
Which, and the thing is, against really large, really quick HP attacks, it's so useful, and I think it's a bit underutilized by people that play upfront vanguards, because people use HP attacks, not just people sometimes use HP attacks in neutral, just for the extra damage, or just for the mix-up of not forcing you to try and block, and you end up blocking the HP attack. Ah, see, I thought so. LXD has gone back to Monolith Beam for Alexandria.
Yeah, it's a smart choice. It makes sense. To be honest, I can kind of see why he did that, because it paid off for him so much last turn. I think what Celestial Sphere wants to do now is maybe try and do the same kind of strategy they did last time, where they kind of keep Royal Knights kind of divided and maybe target Y'shtola.
Yeah.
Already we've seen the same play here from Devilmish, hide behind the marketplace and chuck out the Sephiroth's tracking projectiles.
And the thing is with HP attacks like Monolith Beam, you actually do not need you don't need to have a line of sight for the cast to go off.
Yeah.
Because it will always track to under the opponent. Interesting that Devilmish is just camping behind there.
That's what I was saying before, hide behind the marketplace and chuck out those projectiles, and look how much bravery he's built up. He's a massive threat. If he can get off a single attack, he's basically at 3.5k killing, so just have to be a little bit careful. I'd say with Devil just may not be as
Monolith Beam
as you want.
Monolith Beam connects. Oh boy, Azazel is in trouble. Oh, he doesn't go for it.
Ooh, okay, so we are seeing Nero carrying a lot of bravery at the moment as well. It looks like
nice fluid aura. Is he gonna get a full punish? Yes, Heartless Angel, and he's doomed. So that means that once he's counter hit 0 and he doesn't hit Sephiroth back, he will immediately drop to 0 bravery. If I was Sephiroth, I would get out of there immediately.
Yeah, while you've got the advantage, just...
Oh, it doesn't matter, he died anyway. Fair enough. That was GG's. Triumphant Gasp at 4,000 bravery. He wants to press that button.
Okay, this is going to be quite tough now. They've got the summon, but the thing is Azazel did have to stand still for a bit to get the summon off. So he knows that Mugshot is trying to go for another slam dunk. Maybe he gets to the Triumphant Grasp. Well, we'll see at this point. But
well, the thing is, the Shiva on the field makes it going to be very hard for him to just press buttons. Oh yes, nice. He combos off the projectile.
Ooh, nice save from Nero.
Is he gonna?
I respect that.
Oh, Sephiroth dies and Azazel is on life support.
This is insane. Yeah, 223 health. That's a KO from literally anything in the game. So
yeah, if he gets sneezed on, he's out. And Y'shtola goes down as well. Oh man.
Oh, is Shiva going to help him out? Is Shiva going to get there in time? Shiva is about to go off. Okay, Shiva saves him. That's nice. But
Triumphant Gasp is coming. Oh, Monolith Beam's on the field.
Monolith Beam. Azazel needs to be really careful. That's a KO.
Oh wow! Nice jump to get out of the way.
Very nice. Smart move. Monolith Beam behind him. Azazel is playing his heart off right now.
And he punished the Triumphant Gasp attempt with a HP attack of his own after using the jump to get out of the way. Verifying Lance doesn't go off, but Cross Slash does. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting as well. Like, I give respect for that to try and help his team out, but you can't really challenge Cross Slash because, Omni Slash, because it's just going to keep going off, and your finger's going to whiff at some point while that attack's moving forward. But it was a good attempt, and I give credit for Azazel for running for as much as he can while still trying to get a little bit of attacking.
Thing is that I think that Monolith Beam, I think they did really well to avoid getting caught by the Monolith Beam there.
Yeah.
Because that is the biggest threat on that stage, because the field controller from that is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
But they managed to avoid it. They kept out of the way.
Yeah, they did much better that round than I think they did the first time we saw these guys play on Alexandra. I think Royal Knights kind of said, okay, look, we're going to Alexandra again. Let's really try and make this work in our favour, or at least just give us the support that we need. And you can see the formation that they had. They managed to get a Shiva off. They had, I mean, you saw Devilmish just chucking up projectiles. He built up. He was the highest bravery character only about 30 seconds into the game.
Mm.
So keep up with that. They can do it. They just need to, I think, just kind of get their head in the right mindset. Assuming they do get Alexandra again, which is really unfortunate.
I think they were doing really well until the Celestial Sphere just ended up flushing them out of that position. Speaking of flushing people out of positions, this stage is going to be interesting.
Yeah, this is a very small. Again, it's a square stage. Not much for the marksmen to run to. It's honestly, I think it's quite a scary stage to get stuck on because there isn't really much to go on. Like you're essentially stuck on a flat plane with nowhere to retreat to. So this is it though. We'll see if they can push forward through this.
They need. Hopefully they can get one game here.
Yeah, and they can do it. They're proving it that they're close. They need to consistently.
They just need to finish up. What they need to do is they need to keep formation. They tend to they just tend to just get distracted and be like, oh, okay, I think I could chase this guy, and then they just end up leaving some of their teammates.
Yeah. Acrius especially, like he seems to be taking a few hits, but he doesn't seem to have that much support from the rest of Royal Knights. Again, I can see what Royal Knights are trying to do, but again, I've said this a million times, but defend your marksman if you can. It's really important that you do.
Yeah, and the thing is that just had a situation there where Sephiroth just took quite a few hits and didn't really get anything out of it. There's a jump whiffs. That's alright. Kane goes back in. Oh, he was thinking about finishing the combo and decided not to. He kind of saw the dash attack connects.
Nice. Ooh, one stock. Okay, Nero got the stock there. Sorry, LXD got the stock with a lift beam.
Yeah, that was I think he was going. Nero was going to go for that, and he just decided not to in the end because he thought that it was just a bit. A bit too much. And then LXD just finished it off for him because he had the range advantage, so he thought, why not?
So I like what they're doing here at the moment, but this is going to be not quite wall spat. But the thing is that Acrius has actually managed to build up so much bravery, but because the red team aren't giving him the combo potential, like say if Devilish decides to just do, just a generic kind of bravery combo, keep him in place, and then let Acrius do the finishing with Divine Lance, that's what they could really do with, but they don't really seem to be giving him that kind of opportunity, because I've seen him have so much bravery and not be able to...
Cross slash goes off, connects, does barely any damage though. Only 770, that he'll be fine with that. Odin's out though.
Yeah, this is going to be big. They're going to get broken. I think Azazel is nearly on 5k bravery, so he really should try and capitalise on this before Odin goes off. And he does. Nice.
Oh wow, LXP is the one that went down. That is...
Yeah.
He's not going to be happy about that at all.
Azazel wants to get Mugshot done because Mugshot is only on 712 health.
Ooh, Triumphant Gasp though, beats him out. He bit off a little bit more than you could chew there. LXD is going absolutely crazy at the moment, and yeah.
Oh wow, Triumphant Grasp again. That move
is pretty useful. I can say that much. It is pretty damn useful. Pretty damn useful.
Bloody insane. It was amazing. Yeah.
It's just HP attack, which is really useful because the thing is that because of the way that it works in neutral. Because the way it works in neutral, it sort of goes up and down, so it's really hard to anti-air.
Yeah.
Like and the thing is that there's not many moves. Actually, Vayne, the new character, is one of the few characters I know that's got upward bravery attack that works against things like that.
The kick.
So yeah, it's just interesting to see how it works out. Anyway, I think we're going to be moving on to our 8 o'clock session. Let us see. We'll be having Royal Knights will be sticking with us against our favorite name to pronounce, Keku Luminot.
I'm gonna give it to you every time that comes up.
I've stopped trying because I don't care because I can't pronounce it and I feel so sorry for them for butchering it all the time. But
I feel like 2 weeks to ask him.
It's been 3 weeks in a row and I've still never gotten it right, so it's okay. So.
We'll get it done eventually.
Do you know what? I'm gonna actually ask one of them on team chat to be like, "Yo, just type it down for me, please."
Look, dude, real talk. How do you say your name? Oh man. Okay, so yeah, we're going with that team, and we're going to be seeing Met, Enkwolf, and Edgemiss as well. Again, these are people that we've seen plenty of as well, so I'll be interested to see if they do actually go with their mains. I do know Met loves, Met, he loves his Omni Block.
Oh yes, is it this player? Oh
Yes,
man,
he
he's
is.
the greatest. I love him.
Yeah.
He's so exciting to watch, and I always get hype seeing him.
It's been so long and he still just runs Omni Block. I give him credit though, he does get it off randomly, but I think
The thing is,
if we
you don't know, because the thing is, they might end up buffing it at some point.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's
because
quite a fact,
they could do something like, oh, this thing now hits HP attacks, and then you're like, well, what can you do against that? Or it could be a situation where, if absolute defense is up, and he uses Omni Block, it could now counterattack HP attacks.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it's maybe looking for, is just to be a massive threat, like counter HP attack. I think it's not good enough that it would make it OP at all. It's just nice that it comes out. But it's how do you make it counter HP attacks? Again, I'm just kind of theory crafting anyway, but I don't work at the Tecmo anyway, so what would I know? But I still think it would be quite nice to see that. Give a bit more utility. And I know Edgemis as well. He runs Emperor. He's an Emperor player, which I do love seeing Emperors play. And we've got Royal Knights again jumping back in. This time, they're going to be tagging out, and they're going to be having Stevie Rex jump in as well. I know that he's a really good Terra player, so we'll see if he does go for a marksman, perhaps Terra, perhaps Ace. We'll see what he goes with. But yeah, we're going to have a little bit of a team switch up here and see what Stevie brings to the team. Most likely a marksman. Although then again, if they did bring a marksman, it would be Acris and Stevie marksman. So again, we'll see what they go with, and what kind of what Stevie's going to bring this time.
I've just looked into the EU Discord, and someone's picking up Vayne, and I'm really excited. Like, I don't think they're not playing in this lobby. They're playing in the other one, but I might have to fire up that lobby just to give that a watch. I was messing around with him today, and he is so fun.
Oh, he is amazing. Yeah, he is absolutely amazing.
He's one of the few characters that can perform redirects mid combo.
Yeah, I love that. I love his. I'll have to post it at some point, guys. In the tier list sheet, I actually did all of Vayne's write up. I did how many bravery points it has, what you can and can't touch out. I'll have to put that out to everyone at some point soon when I finish it. But yeah, his combo potential was really fun. Actually, I love the kick launch.
And the thing is because the way the game works, he can also mix it up mid combo, which means that and you can also delay his strings, which changes so much to a character's playstyle. Ooh, establishing connection here.
Oh, the strongest HP attack in the game.
Yep. The only thing more stronger than that is rollback.
Yeah.
Shout outs to GGPO. So.
Oh, good game, post office. Yeah, good old, Cloud Strike on GGPO, good times.
I'm gonna call them Keck for short.
Yeah.
They are running with lightning into crushing bow. Is there something going on right now? Because I think N has. Wait, something has happened. He's not pressed the button at all.
He's.
Oh, so we have had a disconnect. We've got a disconnect.
Oh, okay, yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, I was going to say Enk. Yeah, I was a lightning player, man. You let me down. Come see more of this, but yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll get that.
Yeah, just gonna replay the match if he disconnected. It happens sometimes. Internet. What can you do? Did you accidentally pop into another chat by accident?
Yep.
Good stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I think Jose's all he recognised that as well. We'll just quickly put it out to them.
No, I just said just replay the match.
Yeah.
So I've already put it up in the chat already, so they already know.
Oh, perfect.
So, yeah, that match is null and void just because we had a disconnect. So sorry, guys. It happens. So we're going to be starting off from 0-0. And the good thing is that it's just now hit 8 o'clock, so we're now officially on time.
Yeah, good one match, guys. Nice to suss each other out.
Good stuff.
Competent in the work.
That big COM on the other team.
Yeah, I've played with Com before. They're kind of annoying. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, they have a good matchup against like lag. So what can I say?
Yeah.
So let's go over. So we've got the Royal Knights, which we've already seen already.
Although this time with Stevie Rex jumping in and playing a Vayne with Royal Knights, so
Ooh, I am excited.
yeah,
I am a fan already.
yeah, it's playing a Vayne in a tournament. This is what we were looking for. And again, now that I do remember Stevie saying he has been playing Vayne quite a bit. Not actually played against his Vayne yet, but I do know he has been really rating that character. So already be putting him out, and also for Royal Knights to say, okay, cool, let's actually take a Vayne on this time. Let's, I wouldn't say run the risk, but let's give this an attempt in a tournament setting. Yeah, let's try it. See what you can do.
The thing is that Vayne has trouble getting in, but if he gets in, do you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of Akatsuki from Unist, basically, where he takes a bit of time to get in, but once he gets in, you can't get him off you.
Yeah, it's really weird though, because I remember I did actually play Under Night as well, but the thing is, Akatsuki wasn't even a true Under Night first character, he was a guest character, wasn't he? So he didn't even have the similar kind of moves. He didn't have the same universal mechanics of the game that every other character had. He was a bit of an oddball.
Yeah, he was, ooh, we have another establishing connection? Do we have a disconnect somewhere? I hope not.
Cool, let's have a check and see what's going on here. Is it Enk? He looks like he's still playing like normal, although he is being wall splattered already, so we'll have to double check. Let's see here. I don't see any quick recovery from Enk.
Oh, no, yeah. Met has DC'd again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Met has DC'd again.
Yeah, they're just talking about it now in chat. Like I said, I can see that he didn't actually tech recovery, so yeah.
You dare to mock your betters.
Oh, actually, I think I know what happens sometimes. I've seen this happen before. Yeah, sometimes what happens is basically you get network connection errors on PS4 sometimes, and usually you have to restart the console just to flush out the some of the errors. It used to happen when we used to do offline sessions actually, and we had one PS4 that wouldn't connect, and it wouldn't only connect when we restarted the console.
Yeah, we'll see what happens anyway. We're going to get Met just to restart anyway. Again, like we've all played with Met a million times, and I've never seen this issue with him. So this is like a really rare, like first time occurrence of anything trying to connect to him. So
yeah, this is I think this is an issue with the way the connection with the game, interacts with the PS4. It's more of an issue with the communication between the PS4 and the network of the game, and basically at that point the only way to sort it out is to restart the PS4. It's basically flushes all of the old connections out, and like basically any data comes in is basically brand new. So it happens.
yeah, there's also I don't know if it's been fixed yet, but there's the other issue where some people just can't connect to a lobby because of a certain like one player or region or stuff like that, but you can still play it. It's just a little awkward. Again, it's the kind of things that Square Enix can still work on.
I think, do you know, that issue is completely random actually. Like who suffers it and like what happens is just literally completely random. I'm not too sure what it is.
Yeah,
I think it might be the netcode left over from Dead or Alive, maybe.
Yeah, could be.
They're like, yeah, man, this last round code will definitely work here.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Free to play game with free to play Wi-Fi.
All we're waiting for now is to have like Virtua Fighter characters in like Dissidia, then we're good to go.
Yeah. Or we could go even further out and put Fighting Elite EX in it for some reason.
Oh man, that'd be amazing, because like that game has like full screen crouch medium kick, so it's okay.
I've seen the videos. I want Skullomania back.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna cancel my dash into crouch medium kick, and it's like, why is it hit from full screen?
But what's the other name? What's the one who's like Paul Andy? Is it? And there's like combo stuff. Oh, I just don't even know anymore.
You talking about Alan?
Alan, that's his name. Sorry, yes.
Yes, he's the original prototype character for Street Fighter EX. Actually,
Oh, okay. The more you know.
he was he when they developed the engine of Street Fighter EX, they originally used that character to test all of the mechanics.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I didn't know that. I've seen some of the stuff he's done now in the latest Fighting Late EX, and some of the stuff that guy can do is honestly insane. That's why I love it though.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna make sure I host
Platforming
tournaments at
is
my
yeah,
workplace
yeah.
once the game comes out.
I will
So-
be down for that 100%. I'll be actually physically down there. Give it a go. Why not?
Because a lot of the game like it plays a lot. It's like imagine Street Fighter EX1, but with KOF 98 and 2K2 running mechanics.
That's exactly what I thought. I felt the exact same, except that it also felt a little bit of like Tekken 2 in there as well. Like it had just
Yeah,
some
with
style of Tekken 2 in
with the juggle mechanics and stuff like that.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
what it felt like. So I was like, oh, it felt such a 90s game. It actually really feels like a 90s game with the music and the animations. And I love it.
To be fair, they're still using some of the assets from the 90s, so I guess that's true.
Oh my days! No, you're lying.
Well, some of the music is still from the original Street Fighter EX, actually.
Yeah, I've heard the sound effects are like the wind poses and stuff, the wind quotes and that. It's like yeah, but it's like a generic MIDI file from like the 64-bit era. You know, like okay,
That's from the
Right.
original Street Fighter EX plus Alpha version.
very nice.
It's definitely something else. Ooh, awesome! Because of the way it's worked out, they've swapped back how they should be, so I don't have to change the names around. I'm happy.
Sweet. So with that out of the way, let's jump straight into it
Oh,
and let's
please.
go back to Orbital Monastery.
Hopefully, this doesn't happen again.
Yeah, I want to see Lightning as well. I love that character. My main.
Begin
Looking
battle.
good. No.
Maybe.
No, it's not.
Yep,
looking
he's
good at the
DC'd
moment.
because he's disappeared from my screen.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
just quickly check chat as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone as well.
Um.
Yeah, Enk
Yeah.
is out.
Damn, 3 disconnects in a row. What is going on? Does that mean we don't get any Omni block?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sad.
That's that though. I mean, I guess while we're watching it going on, you can kind of see what Stevie's doing here with Vayne, where you can. That's what I really like about Vayne is that you can guarantee a wall block because you have to adjust whether you're left or right in the character.
Oh, so that's his upper HP attack. I've not actually seen the other ones.
Unavoidable will, yeah.
Yeah, Inavoidable will. So basically like Blaze, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Blaze, Ramza, all of those kind of multi-thing attacks, like just big nukes that keep swirling around each other.
Right, I think we're eventually going to get this party rolling.
Yeah.
I think they're going to bring in a spare team member.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to try and get one of their substitutes in.
That's one of the issues with with online tournaments, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure what's going on actually.
Yeah. That said, we're going to try and figure something out now though. I think we can get maybe a substitute.
I might just run a lobby with just him just to see what's going on. It could possibly be. Actually, I don't know what it could be. Actually, that's really strange.
Yeah. Oh, actually, looking at the brackets here as well. I'm not, sorry, the league. I'm not too sure who their sub would be.
I've got the team list up here.
Okay, cool.
They've got Kurdajev and Taikuli.
Okay, cool.
So as 2 extra members of their team.
Perfect. And it looks like one of them is still up at the moment, so we're going to try and get them in now. So get some matches going.
I've just had so Godsfield's just filled me in on the chat with how Indomitable Will works. To be fair, the fact that it doesn't last as long makes it a much better HP attack.
I agree. Yeah.
Because the thing is that means you can get in and out a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, a HP attack that doesn't last very long is a much better HP attack that does.
Yeah. You want to have a multi-hitting HP to kind of do at least a decent amount of bravery during its attack to the lead up to the final hit, but you just want the final hit to always go off just so you secure that damage.
Yeah, the thing is that most of the time when the final hit connects as fast as possible, that's when it's at its best.
Yeah.
So, which is interesting because when a lot of the HP attacks that last really long, a lot of them don't really have much protection. And I think Cloud's Omni Slash is one of the very few moves that actually has protection. Only while in Limit Break, however, when that move goes off. However, that animation is hideously long. So
yeah, super long, but it's so hard to catch though, because I've tried to catch it myself, and it's because he moves forward, and you're kind of trying to catch up to without being caught in it yourself. Because if you're trying to catch up to it and it's not in a limit break, there's a chance you may get hit by it as well. You don't want that to happen. I'm
not too sure how the area effect hitboxes do work on that move, because I'm not too sure if it locks a single target or if it is an AoE. Because I know that cross slash is an AoE attack, even though it doesn't look like it. Well, I'm not too sure how Omni Slash works. I've never actually seen an Omni Slash connect to multiple people.
Yeah, and as Godsfield says there as well, you can hold it down for as long as you want to make it last longer.
And the spare player has joined us.
Oh, that's good, yeah. So I can see, Cody Jeff has just joined, so we're going to have him as a substitute jump in, and we'll kind of see what the kind of matchup is at this point now. Cool. So hopefully we can jump straight into a match, see some Vayne gameplay as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
What Cody Jeff is going to bring, and also just actually get the matches going as well. It's a shame about the disconnect, but everyone's been a good sport about it, and these kind of things happen. So let's get straight in and let's see some matches.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Metarail for that one. I'm going to run a quick casual one just to see why he can't seem to load into the game. It is a weird one. Alas, until then.
Yep, but for now, we've got
right,
a big match.
We've got our third match of today. We have Keku versus Royal Knights. I have not fallen into the trap of saying the name, so
I was waiting to catch you out as well, but no, you caught onto that. So yeah, instead now we're going to have, seeing as how Mech wasn't able to play, we've now got Cody Jeff jumping in. Admittedly, I'm not really too sure who Cody Jeff plays in this game. I've not actually played him at all, so I'm actually going to be interested to see what he brings to the game. It's going to be quite new for me. And like I see here now, we've got Warrior of Light, so this will be pretty again solid balanced team.
Yep, very, very, very traditional.
Different stage this time, a bit more open. It's kind of I'm not really a fan of the stage myself because of the different.
I'm not a fan of the stage at all, because this makes so many weird things happen.
Yeah, and already we've got another disconnect.
Is it a disconnect?
Yeah, it looks like it. Check Enk. I think it might be Enk Wolf. Or maybe not. Oh, or was it Edge? Edge is standing still at the moment. Edge miss.
Is there something wrong with... Right, I think it might be something to do with the room. Yeah, I think the room is broken. I think the room has just taken the soul of the Keku team.
Yeah, the room's doing its own HP attack.
Yeah, the room used this HP attack 4 called Disconnect.
Yeah, it's the strongest one of the game. Yeah. AoE affects everyone on the field.
And the description says, "Please return to the main menu."
Yeah. Okay, I think with that out of the way, I think we have kind of now to determine as to what the kind of factor is here.
I'm gonna remake the room, because this is some Deus Ex Machina stuff right here. I don't know what's going on.
So who actually disconnected? We had Enk, Edge, and
no, it was
Cody Jeff.
Yeah, it was Cody Jeff. So he's the person that. No, I'm also gonna switch character. My character that I represent, and hopefully that changes something too. So the small things.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna have the room remade now. Rayo kind of just gonna get the room set up, and then we're gonna have everyone invited back in. And then with that out of the way, hopefully we're gonna give it another time for you guys to to watch some good matches. Again, I want to see some Vayne. That might be what it is. It's like I don't want to see Vayne.
Yeah, I've actually picked Vayne as my avatar for the lobby, because I want to see more of that. The only thing that upsets me is that the villain victory music plays.
Yeah, but that's a pretty sick guitar little riff though that's got going on.
I know. I can imagine Vayne playing the guitar now, actually.
Yeah.
You can probably play the guitar, then like this lobby can use netcode, so it's alright.
What do you reckon he plays, like Through the Fire and the Flames?
Yeah, most probably. Probably lots of AC/DC stuff.
Yeah.
Right, the new lobby is in. The Ghost of Haunted Lobbies, I see. I don't know. I might send this. I might send this footage to like to Square Enix Europe and be like, yes, fam.
The hashtag you made this. Dissidia 2018.
I'll just, and under it, I'll just say, P.S. Can we have the arcade build, please?
Yeah. Can we just have the arcade machines? Okay, so let me just jump into your game as well, your lobby.
There, how exceptionally random of everything.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame this is, but again, we can get this working at some point. Just give us a couple of minutes here.
I trust in you.
Everyone just needs to sort themselves out. You know what the thing is, I'm not even too sure what it is, but you know, it reminds me of the very first of the issues that the Gundam versus Beta had.
Okay, I see. I never played that game, but I see a lot of people comparing this game to that game.
Yeah, this is basically if you made the city very execution heavy, you'd basically get a more Matic version of Gundam versus.
Right. I've never really actually watched Gundam myself as well, so the whole thing, that's probably why I've never played it.
I am going to send you so much footage after this is over. You know, that's your first, that's a big mistake, fam.
I get Gundam, I understand the lore and stuff. Well, not even the lore actually, I understand the kind of hype behind it, but I've just never actually watched it myself.
Gundam Versus actually has a very interesting history inside of Japan actually. What makes Gundam Versus very interesting is that it's actually been the most popular arcade game for the past 8 years in Japan.
Oh really?
Yes.
Wow.
And this is from Gundam v Gundam Next, which is a very, very, very old game. And they've eventually had Gundam vs Extreme, Extreme Full Boost, Extreme On. Then you have Gundam Versus, which is the console version that we have, and then they've got Maxi Boost, Maxi Boost On, and they've got a new version coming out soon as well. And it's basically just chaos. It's a very execution heavy game for a 2v2 game, very execution heavy. So for stuff like, if you can't do stuff like rainbow dashes and stuff like that, it's very, very hard to play.
You said rainbow dashes and you just went completely over my head.
Like, rainbow dashes are like, do you know how in this game you've got dash cancels? When you do a dash cancel, it moves lose tracking.
Yep.
And when they lose tracking, when in this game moves oh, thank you. Someone's finally put the pronunciation in there. Thank God.
Oh, I saw that as well in Twitch, yeah.
Yep. So, like, for example, in Dissidia, things lose tracking when you dash cancel. In Gundam, the best way to tell if you've lost tracking on the move is that if your dash leaves a rainbow trail, and if your dash leaves a rainbow trail, no move can track you while that's going on. But you can hold the rainbow dash for a good 2 or 3 seconds. But it's it's like a 2 to 3 frame input buffer on it.
So it's kind of like a dash cancel.
Yeah.
But the window timing.
So imagine in the city that you could dash cancel into a running charging dash, and while you're in that running charging dash, nothing can target you.
Okay, right.
So yeah, and the game is basically revolves around that. But it also has things like the lower your dash gauge is when you land, the more landing recovery you have. So like if you completely empty your dash gauge and you hit the ground, you basically have like a 1.5 seconds of landing recovery.
Oh, okay, yeah, it sounds really interesting actually. Again, like I've not really seen much on it because as someone who doesn't really watch Gundam, I wouldn't really look up, Gundam games if I'm not really a fan of it. But that does sound like a really cool mechanic.
I am
That's to,
that the off-topic chat is going to be absolutely abused of like Gundam videos now. You've made the mistake, and yes, Jamstar, welcome to the chat.
Yeah, Jamstar too. How you doing, dude?
Um,
I'm off for 2 days. Send them all away, dude. But let's try and
oh
get this going
please,
now.
please work! I beg you, please work.
For the Lord Cosmos, I pray.
Strike with the speed of a firebolt.
We're looking good. Right?
Yay! We have a match.
Yes. We just got a real match.
we've got a match, and now I need to make sure that it's on the right scene. There we go.
Cool, already looking at basically, we've got quite an open stage here again. We
Yep.
are now going to be playing gameplay for the first of the night. I like that Stevie is going to run this as well. Like I said, he does usually play a marksman, usually terror or ace, but he really wants to show off his Vayne skills.
See, the thing is that I consider this stage the battlefield of Dissidia.
Yeah, it's basically FD of Dissidia.
Yeah, it's got slightly off-axis corners, which makes comboing very specific in certain places. However, the stage is very flat. You can see everything from one corner. There is not many surprises that happen. Oh, Steve ran
You
right
can run
into
up
that.
the walls as well. On either diagonal side, you can run up those pillars that you see on your
Yep. And this stage does transition. It doesn't affect the stage itself. It just affects because the
cosmetic kind of change.
Yep.
Makes it look fancier.
Do you play FF14?
I do, yeah, I did for a bit.
So you would know exactly the story concept behind the change of the stage. So and there's rumors that the boss of this dungeon might appear in FF. It might appear in Dissidia at some point.
Really?
As
That'd be quite interesting.
the villain of the 14 series. Which,
Oh, okay, that'd be cool.
oh wow, that Avenger connects, and that was swift.
That was really, really close there as well. Like that could have been. I said it was a bit of a risk, but he still managed to pull it off anyway, and he got his.
He got in and he got out, but then again, he does have the Shiva support. Indomitable Will goes out as well. That connects. Oh god. Keku's on a bit of life support here. They're one stock down. They've got 2 people down.
Ooh, 2 stocks down now. Oh, that was
And
really nice.
Emperor's on life support. He's got to run like his life depends on it. Avenger goes out and connects. Oh,
Nice.
stabbed
Wow.
right in the bum there. Unlucky.
Very, very convincing.
Yeah, he was being probed by a Dragoon is probably not the best feeling. So
Know the sky's true.
that was that's rough. Interesting. I didn't actually see him go with Avenger. Actually, I've never seen the HP attack being used. So, damn.
Yeah, I didn't
if
really too much for Vayne as well. Though I didn't really see what Steve was doing much. It just seemed like everyone was kind of complete chaos, to be honest. But I didn't really see what was going on with Vayne, so I didn't really pick up on much.
I think what happened there was that they lost the stock when they tried to defend the first KO, and they just got stuck with getting hit by various things. And Stevie went in and he managed to catch 2 people with the Indomitable Will. And when he did it, Shiva just happened to be out at the same time. And Shiva just they just got thanks Godsfield. Shiva just happened to come out at the same time and basically locked the field down against Keku, which was really unfortunate. They literally just it was just at the worst time, a bad time, and it was just a worse situation because of the summoning.
Yeah, I think it's also just because they didn't really quite notice them coming up behind them as well. Like as you said, got poked in the bum, so I think they just didn't really see them coming up behind, and then Azazel kind of capitalized on that. And then
I think as he was running away, he didn't actually anticipate how far Avenger moved Kane forward. Like it was really obvious that he was trying to get away, and Avenger moved so fast, so quickly, and because he had his back to Kane, he couldn't actually dash cancel out of the way because he was still in his running dash animation. Which
he didn't. He had to connect. You have to commit when you dash. You still have to commit for a couple of frames, and unfortunately, that wasn't good enough for him to save him.
Unfortunately, we're back to like one of the worst stages on the game.
Stellar Fulcrum.
Yeah, not fun this stage at all. But
Could be worse. Could be Midgar.
I actually like
Or
Midgar. So,
Or Rift. Rift would be nice.
yeah, true that.
Oh man, already we're jumping straight into it again. We haven't had any character changes, everyone's still the same. We're going to see Medlen and Cloud of Darkness. Again, no Omnibot over here on this side of the game, so it's quite nice. But again, like I said, Stellar Fulcrum, a bit of an awkward stage, definitely a lot of hits down here as well.
It's very hard to run up the side of the walls on the inside because there's overhangs in the middle which stop your descent upwards, stops your ascent upwards, so you have to sort of jump off them and jump back onto the ledge to climb back up.
Yeah.
But interestingly enough, if you do climb up properly, you can evade some attacks while hopping up the ledge because it gives you it hops you up slightly.
Yeah.
So there's while this stage is not very good in terms of its geometry, it does have some very weird and unique concepts to it that are unique to the stage. And Azil Kane got Vifang Lance goes off.
He saves his team. Very nice.
Both.
Yeah, so he did go for a walls back, tried to get the KO in there, but then ended up getting hit midway. So really nice save from Edgemis, but unfortunately Edgemis did end up taking quite a lot of damage himself in response to that.
Yeah, Keku's just a bit on life support here. Emperor is on half, Cloud of Darkness, no, Emperor is on basically 10%, Cloud of Darkness is on half.
Yeah. They can still do something back though, again, like, if they're not, the thing is, they're whittling down Royal, so if they just kind of keep up with this, they can keep the kind of momentum that they've got at the moment, they can still keep up with it, they can maybe put something out there, make them more of a threat, cause Royal to respect them a little bit more as well, because again, like, what they're doing now is what I was just saying, just keep the defences up and be a bit more of a threat to Royal Knights, and now Royal Knights are, they kind of looks like they've got their back to the wall, and they're kind of all spread out, so good stuff. Nice turnaround there. Nice to recognise the kind of faults.
Interestingly enough, the Keku sort of backed Royal Knights into a corner. I don't think it was the best idea to go for that crystal though, because wow, nice blocks Kane off at the crystal.
Go for a summon. That's nice. That's quite scary. Ooh, nice dodge. Ooh, Edgemis now is running at 3.8k bravery, so that is going to be big. Once the summon goes off, there is a chance he can get a nice easy KO here, and they are running around with just 2 characters in the field. So even when Azazel spawns, he could even get KO'd again. Just be a little bit careful of that.
Right, Bravery Conduit goes out, which drains some of the bravery, which means that Emperor is now out of direct kill range.
Yeah, still very heavy hitting range.
Yeah, Ifrit's all over the place though, so they've still got to be careful.
Yeah, he is going to be running rings around this stage right now at the moment, and he's going to be given the
nice.
Blue team a nice HP attack.
He connects with Stevie's Vayne, and Vayne is sort of floating, and he's just trying to get away from Cloud of Darkness and from Ifrit at the same time. He's really kind of struggling to get away. He's got broken because of it. Cloud of Darkness. Ooh. Cloud of Darkness had the Avenger goes out, whiffs. Cloud of Darkness tried to punish, didn't quite get it.
I can respect what they're going for though at this point anyway, because again, like it's just trying to keep. Now that you've got the lead, you don't want to get too cocky and end up losing the lead. You don't want to end up losing a stock and then causing your team to fall apart. I mean, like I said, they've now just used their summon, so seeing as how Edge does have the 4.5k bravery, just maybe now that Shiva's out, maybe now he's lost it again. Like, he probably should have capitalised on how much bravery he was running at the time.
I think what they should do now is just basically back off and just keep their positioning. Try not to get frozen. Try not to get caught in the Shiva trap. Vayne's flying around. Avenger goes out. Gets HP attack punished though for his trouble.
Yeah, it was a worthy effort. I can respect that. When you've got Shiva on your back, if you want to do that.
He gets jump off. Is he gonna go for Avenger? No, he thinks different of it. He was like, I don't like that, and I will decide to stab you in the bum another day.
Yeah, you can get after that.
That's jump on, connects. Ooh, good
save.
Good save by Cloud of Darkness. But he might get the kill off any. Yes, he does.
He does. He capitalised it. Nice for Azazel to wait for the punish on his teammate, then go in and get his own KO.
Azazel gained so much from that punish. He got 2,600 bravery after he nailed that move.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane. But it's nice to see that Azazel capitalised on that and realised the potential he had, and just decided to commit to it, and also got the KO. So turned it around a bit. I think we're looking at quite even in terms of teams though. I mean, stocks aren't really that much of a big difference.
Yeah.
Life bar isn't even, so they could do that.
So basically, what broke down there, if people didn't quite see what happened, was that Azazel hit with his jump 1, and it wall splat. and basically he
30
Cloud.
seconds.
Oh yeah, oh boy, oh nail biter time now. And Cloud of Darkness came in and interrupted the potential Avenger combo finisher, but then Vayne interrupted the Cloud of Darkness and connected with a wall slam, and then immediately Azazel came out and used Avenger. So
Yeah, it's nice that Azazel saw that and said, I'm going to try and go for it. I'm going to bring the team back. There's only 5 seconds left.
oh, Ethereal Pulse comes out for the extra support points as well. Oh, this is close.
It looks like... Oh, wow. 2,000 points, yeah.
That's hard to beat.
Oh,
No, wait.
no.
Our conquest is part
No,
of the
Keku wins.
natural order.
Oh, Keku. Keku Luminox.
Good stuff. Man, that was close.
Oh yeah, you can see the point difference now. That was actually really close. Yeah, I actually thought Royal Knox had that, but really nice for them to push on that. I really think that if maybe, actually I'm not really too sure. It was so close between either team. It could have gone either way. So props to both teams if anything.
Team KM, thank you. We'll call it that. But good stuff there. That was mad hype.
I liked what happened. They both had such. I say they had really different teams, but they had such respect for each other that it was to see a draw like that. I'm not really surprised because they were both playing so. I didn't see anyone do anything stupid. I saw smart plays. I saw people getting wall splattered, and then a teammate would come in and help. But then that help would get punished as well. Like that's actually perfectly fine if you get punished because you did the right move. I think to help your teammate out, there's nothing wrong with that. Even if you get punished in return, it was just generally both teams had such good strategy. They had each other's back, and honestly, it could have gone anyway.
Yeah, no,
It's nice to see
exactly.
that they both had each other there. So yeah,
Good stuff.
pretty
Anyway,
intense. It's reasons like that why we see games going to the 30-second timer limit because it gets so close that both of you are trying to do the same thing at the same time, but you've got so much respect for each other and both different approaches that again, like it was really close, and even the point difference as well shows how close it was. So this might happen again. Maybe a difference in stage will change this up for them.
it was. And actually, do you want to know an interesting fact about draw games in the arcade? It's considered a double loss in the arcade, actually.
Oh right.
So in the arcade nationals format, it's actually single limb. So when there's a draw, they'll keep replaying the match until there is a winner.
Yeah, funny enough, I'm actually used to that because the Street Fighter does look for both characters as well, doesn't
Yep.
it? So
And that's actually from Gundam Versus actually. They
okay.
originally made it that way so that so that arcade owners could generate more money.
oh right.
But it sort of worked out for most Team Arena games, so it's both similar to Gundam Versus and Border Break.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice little bit of trivia. I didn't know that.
Yeah, the thing is, Team Arenas are quite popular, and this is what Dissidia was trying to capitalize off, even though it is still genuinely popular in the Japanese arcades.
Yeah. It's a great game too as well. I bloody love this game, so it's good to see that I'm getting the kind of Japanese gameplay here.
I'm not too,
for
actually,
Arena.
Monstrous, I'm not too sure if they actually decided to patch it out. I don't have an idea on the current one, but I remember from before the console one came out that it was like a double game over if it was both teams failed to win.
Yeah, both of them take the L's.
Yep. Please insert another 100 yen, please.
Yeah. Already again, like this is what I was just saying before. They're both so close in terms of HP and how much bravery they have, as well as stock. I mean, the blue team, Royal Knights in this case, did manage to get off the Shiva, so they've now got to watch out for the red team again. They're summing off, but again, look, there's so much respect from both teams here that it's really close, and I think we're going to get another time out again. Keep in mind that when a summon comes out,
Oh no, we've got a kill.
double KO as well. Actually, just in that last 2 seconds there, that's pretty crazy. So Azazel did get the KO, and then so did Stevie got the KO as well with the Indomitable Will. Oh, that was a really close Avenger there by Azazel, putting out his own Infinity War, but didn't quite manage to get a good reception that move he did. But he's getting close with it though.
Well, the thing is, if everyone starts disappearing, you know what happens.
Oh, I'd be careful that dude. Yeah.
At this point, there's so many memes out there, it really doesn't matter.
Azazel's like, yeah man, I've got my own Infinity Gauntlet over her.
It's fine. We don't have like no one's been put in a box yet, so we don't have space for Son on field, so we're good.
Yeah. So I mean, already we've got like so much pressure going on from the red team, but just because there is a chance they can get knocked out here as well, and I like that Stevie does go for a reset. But the red team are trying to go for something, and they get it.
Verifying lance is you're still trying to hit the verifying lance. I'm not quite getting it at the moment. I'm not too sure what she's planning on that one, but she has enough to. She's got a dangerous amount of bravery left. So interrupt the HP region cost. Nice.
That was they've now wasted that EX skill, which is pretty big. Here comes a.
Oh, he decides to block to get out of the way. Good stuff.
Nice.
But he might be dead though. Oh, he
gets punished in response to that. So, if anything, I think what they should do is now that Ifrit's out, is maybe just run for a bit, just to kind of suffer a breathing room.
And Ifrit is over. Ethereal Pulse goes out. Wide range particle beam gets thrown out. Gets blocked. Nice. Well, not gets blocked. Gets dodged and then blocks the incoming bravery attack after.
If the red team keep this up, they can do this. They can knock out Azazel and Stevie, and then since then if they both decide to say you go for this one, I go for this one, try and get a double kill at the same time, it would leave.
There's one. Vayne goes down.
Azazel needs to be careful.
Y'shtola has lost all of her bravery, so she's now back to base 1000. So that threat of that verifying lance is not there anymore.
Except for against Azazel. Azazel needs to be wary of that though. So there is a chance Akris can still get KO. Now the blue team are pushing forward. Look at that push! Oh my days! They went right through the church, through the monastery, sorry, and just decided to go right into the red team's turf. And look, now they're in their turf. It's going to be massive.
Nice interruption by Vayne. Vayne's trying to isolate the Emperor here, and they've almost got it. But Emperor's just getting away. He uses the increased falling speed of shield to get away. Indomitable Will goes out. Met gets connected. Oh, jump whiffs. Wide range particle beam goes out. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Oh, goes for it, misses lightning strike, doesn't quite get it, but if anything, Met does need to be careful now. He is the defining factor of the red team. If he does he can potentially be KO'd, and this will be the end.
Wide range particle. Oh, that was such a huge commitment. Why did he do that?
Yeah, he had all three of them on him. I think, no, two of them on him, and then lightning as support to stuff with the rest of his teammates. But I can't really say I agree with the idea of chucking out his own wide area particle beam. It was too much of a risk when you've got two people on you at Killing Brave.
Yeah, you just had to at that time it was just get out of the way at that point.
Yeah. And the thing is as well, I said this before, I think it's a scary stage. If you can get KO'd by anyone on that team, on that stage, it's a scary stage to be stuck on, because it doesn't matter what class you play as, even more than something like Promised Meadow, which is, Final Destination basically. If you get stuck on Airborne Monastery, you're stuck. That is a scary stage to be stuck on. It's such a small contained box that if someone's got Killing Brave on you, you can easily chase them down and get them regardless of what class you're playing. It's really scary.
The thing is that I know sometimes it can be really tempting to throw out
just an offensive attack, really. Like in this case, a wide open part of the game. I can kind of see why he did it. It's just temptation to turn around, throw them off you, then get a bit more breathing room. But does it pay off? Is it worth the risk of losing the match over, taking that last stock?
Yeah, I think it's a massive risk. I don't. The thing is, in that situation, the thing is that it's one of those Hail Marys where if it works, great. But I don't think particle beam is one of those sort of moves that work in that situation.
Exactly. Yeah, I think maybe even anti-air particle beam would have been.
Yeah, it'd be a much better option in that situation. The thing is, if you was Y'shtola and you pressed Holy, then I'd be like, well, okay, then that makes sense.
Yeah, you run in and nuke yourself just to get everyone away and spread them all apart.
But the thing is, in that situation, I do not.
Let your rightful master command.
The same is, I can respect the idea. Like it's I'll make something out of it. So I can't say it was a bad idea. I wouldn't say it was the best idea.
I just wouldn't do it myself, basically.
Yeah, same. It's too much of a risk. It's too scary and consuming your HP. But no, maybe now jumping into the next game, they'll kind of reflect on that, and maybe Met will say, okay, this is how this move is going to work should the situation rises again.
Yeah, and the thing is that I think, or what he's gonna do, I think he's just gonna play. Off slightly. Just probably gonna.
That as well.
probably just going to be a little bit more wary
Kind of,
and
yeah,
zone
a
a
bit
bit
more
more.
conservative doing. Just maybe. The thing is, he can actually do one running if he wants to. He's playing a Vanguard as well. And she does hit hard. She does have nice attacks.
Well, the thing is that when you overcommit and you lose position, that's going to be the thing that defines the match. So
Yeah, and you don't want to be that one guy in your team that's caused you to lose an easy one stock and you just kick yourself for it. You know, you don't want to get tunnel vision basically.
wow, quick summon.
I was just gonna say, like, I'm loving what the Royal Knights are doing here. Like, I'll have to like cap it, but basically there was a part where they all decided to go for Crystal at the exact same time. They've all been attacking at the same time, and they've all just done the
That's actually been their strategy in the last 2 games I saw them play. What they've done is that they've sort of seen the Crystal and isolated them, and I think the difference between this match and their match against Crystal Spheres is that Crystal Spheres punished them for it last time, where whenever they went for the Crystal, they just got jumped on. Because they do tend to zero in on the Crystal a little bit too much.
Yeah.
So against Team KM, they sort of KM was far enough away where it wasn't too much of a big deal and it wasn't really pressing on any pressure. But the Spheres, what the Celestial Spheres was doing is that they made sure that they were just close enough when they were in that situation. They would just jump on them rather than jumping on the Crystal. And Azazel goes down.
Yeah, Azazel. It's kind of surprising that he did actually get KO'd there because he was playing really strongly, but I think it's because he had his back to him. But I think just exactly what you were saying there as well, that I think what Royal Knights have realised is that Team KM don't really go for the Crystal that much. I've not really seen them go for it. It doesn't seem to be a priority for them, but with Royal Knights, they've made it their priority.
I think what Royal Knights need to do is that if they are going for the Crystal, they should only have 2 players to go to it and have 1 player just watch the point.
Yeah, and they can afford to do that as well.
Yeah, and the thing is, the Crystal basically disintegrates with 2 people on it. Oh god, lightning goes down.
Ooh.
Avenger goes out, and someone has been probed immediately. That was rough.
Edge needs to run. He is on his own right now, and it is not looking good.
He needs to get away. Do not press any buttons except for that dash button, Sam.
That's the thing. Even if he runs, he's still really slow. It's a problem. He's got so much mobility.
Oh wow, Met is the one that gets hit there. That interesting. What happened there was that they basically faked them out and basically lured the other 2 people in, and
they chased down Edge, made it so that he could see he was getting pressured, forced his teammates to purposely go in and give him the support, and instead punish the support.
Yeah, that was what a call. Good stuff.
Yeah, really smart plays.
I think that takes the series. Takes the series actually. Good stuff.
Yeah, that was good. I really liked that actually. Really smart there.
Yeah, that was a very good fake out there. I'm very impressed by that. Curtis Jet is going nuts in the stream chat now. He's like, yes, my team won. He's like, wait, hold on a minute.
I got mixed up with the colours.
I was like, why was he like cheering for the other team for a minute? Anyway, 3-1. On to the next game.
Let's see if they can pull this back.
I think this will be our last game actually, because I think the NG Aguilar have completely gone to dinner now. So I think Celestial Spheres will take the next game. They have decided to,
Team KM.
They've decided to GG's on that one. So this is actually our last game.
Okay. Just jump straight into it.
Do you have a cat, by the way?
Yeah, that was my cat. Sorry.
I was like, is that cat doing it on commentary as well?
Yeah. Oh man, this is it. We're going to go straight into the last game now. We're going to see Stevie still running Vayne out in front as well, and now we're going to have Edge still, everyone running the same character they did last time. No character mix up, no character switch up this time. Running on Eden as well for Fun Pack 13, so kind of a tunnel stage. See what
Eden is very Vanguard centric stage. It is getting Wolfsplat here is basically a death sentence. So
I think it works really well with Marksman as well, because it's just a straight line. You can just chuck projectiles in a row. There's literally nothing to hide behind the stage.
The thing is though, is that if you play Marksman, you're very easy to spot in this stage.
Yeah.
So and the thing is, because your projectiles are all linear for the most part, it's easy to get around them. You've always got a tunnel of where they're coming from. But for Vanguards, this is basically party time where there's not much place for people to run, and what happens is that if you notice in the minimap, people are just staying in the center because they don't want to get wall slammed. Right? Because the minute you get hit by wall slam, even if you don't get hit by HP, it's like, oh nice. Even if you don't get hit by HP, it's like you lose so much positioning, and it forces your team to the wall. And once the first person goes to the wall, and then someone follows it up, if you have to go into support, you get near that wall and you will die for it. And Vayne died basically right there too.
For it. As you just said, because he had it back against the wall, and then you don't have that much. You don't have many areas to run to at that point. I mean, when you've got Edge chucking out so many projectiles, like I said, if you're a marksman, you can chuck out projectiles so freely on the stage as long as you've got support, because of reasons like that. And then unfortunately, Stevie, credit for him playing a new character like Vayne already. You still have to watch out for these kind of wall spats because it can happen too, even as Vanguard.
Cloud Dance goes for the summon. Oh,
that's a second stock. Blue team are 3 stocks ahead, so they've now managed to turn it around. It looks like we've had a bit of a switch there as well. It seems like all the blue team needed was a change of stage, and now you can see how they kind of excel and push their team forward. Now the red team's the one they're back on the ropes, and they're not really too sure what kind of approach to do, especially now that the blue team have got Ifrit, obviously damage bonus as well.
Oh man, Ifrit out. Ifrit out in this stage is not fun because he completely cuts off the. Oh my god! What can you do?
He's literally like doing Back to the Future. You see those like streaks of fire behind him.
And the thing is that it leaves an AoE effect behind, so you can take extra damage if you're standing in the fire.
Yeah.
Wide range particle beam does not connect. Cloud Darkness is just
still running that.
I think. Oh yeah, that's exactly why he's running it.
Okay, never mind. That's not correct. The commentator's first. I don't want to talk about that. He is Cloud Darkness. Whatever part beam. At least it's not Omniblock. At least he's not playing his Omniblock X.
I think if this one game was going to play it should have been this one.
Yeah.
And the thing is that it's there's a lot of neutral game in this, and I think a Cursed Storm goes out. I don't think he's going to get anything from it because of the angle that it fired at. Azazel is in the weirdest of places right now. Have you seen where Azazel is? He's
he's out mid match, like I don't know, just drawing a crystal at the moment. He's trying to get a summon off though, that's why.
Man's just having a picnic in the middle of the field, and I think everyone completely forgot that he existed there for a minute.
Stevie is coming into his left, so if you look at Azazel, on his left you'll see Stevie playing Vayne, and he knows that he can try and get a punish here, so it's up to Azazel to recognise him on his left and maybe not get hit, and try not get hit by whatever's coming up next to him. He is coming up close. Oh sorry, Stevie was coming up to support him, attacking, so maybe he can actually give the push forward that they want, because now Edgebit is on his own and Emperor on his own is a pretty big deficit to him, unless you don't want to have that kind of situation on your hands. Stevie does need to be a bit careful. He is also on a bravery, and as I was about to say, he gets KO'd. Literally just about to say it. Careful not to get KO'd.
And that is that they got the games point on that as well. Nice stuff.
Yeah, pulled it back. They got their team. Like I said, I think it was just literally a change of stage, just to give them the attacking and marksman kind of push that they wanted.
Good stuff. Good stuff, guys.
Yeah, it was really nice set there. I really like that match.
Alright, so because it is a Saturday today, and the NGI guys won't really usually have their Saturdays busy, they were only able to play one match, so they've basically said the Celestial Spheres can take the last game, so we're not going to be playing the last match. So that is we are done for the evening.
Yeah, that was a good couple of rounds there, good couple of matches, some really insane stuff, some new stuff I've seen as well, especially from again, like I said, Stevie, who's the first time I've actually seen someone really pushing Vayne a little bit more forward than we've usually seen.
And the thing is that seeing Vayne play up in front as well in the first week is so good. Yeah, GG's on the troubled lobbies. I agree.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but there's nothing much you can do. We'll be back.
Discord chat is doing the same as well.
We'll be back in 2 weeks. We'll be back in 2 weeks with the last set of rounds. with another set of rounds, not the last set, excuse me, and we'll be getting to the tail end of this league. So I think at this point we might have to start preparing for the next one.
Yeah, I think that's where we're going to be at soon. Basically preparing for essentially the combination of what this has all been leading up to, really.
Yep, and the thing is that the reason why we have this on a Saturday because we have another match going on. We have another tournament going on, which is worth a lot. So we'll be running. Then someone else is running that, and I think that's for a $500 pot bonus. So that was mad.
It's the big one, yeah, the big one. Everyone's.
So the thing is, you don't know. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, so we never know when there might be anything going on. Maybe there might be an offline tournament happening soon. You don't know. So
Yeah, it's all up in the air at the moment.
So until
There
then.
we go.
All right then. Until that, guys, we will see you next. We will see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, see you later, everyone.
It ain't over till it's over.